of the building, looking at some images of how the building is coming along. And finally, we'll pass on to Rob to talk about the materiality and the interior finishes of the building. This first slide really is a diagram that illustrates some of the functional aspects of the site. So you can see in the center, on the south side of the building, it's where the main entrance is located, with a drop-off conveniently located to the west and the terrace for the multipurpose room. So this is the sort of the safe zone of the entrance of the building, where most users will come in and will be welcomed in a safe environment. And to the flanking the building, you can see the maintenance yard to the west and the pool maintenance kind of access point to the east. So these are sort of the service access points for the facility. So away from the main entrance of the building. You'll notice also to the north, there's a dashed line for the future arena. So that's an area that's reserved for the future extension. And this is a kind of a more fleshed out kind of site plan. As Tom has mentioned, we've been working with landscape architect, and this is sort of the result. The landscape is as important as the building. We're obviously trying to make sure that both building and landscape work together. And here you can see the multi-use trail going around the facility. Great stormwater management kind of strategies deployed with wetlands onto the east side of the site as well. And this really is how the main entrance is looking like. We have this, we're quite excited about this kind of big gesture that kind of signals the entrance. It's a clear identifier of where the main entrance is. There's a big gesture or move to kind of draw people into the facility with the soffit continuing into the interior of the building. And to the right, you'll see this kind of opening, which is the multipurpose space kind of opening out to the landscape as well. And this is the other side of the facility, so the north side, looking into the pool corner. Again, pedestrian friendly and obviously great natural light going into the pool, but also the pool located into a corner of the facility where can open up views to the outside. So not opening up to the parking lot, but opening up to a great landscape. So we're moving into the building layout, so to the interior of the building. So this is the general ground floor plan. You can see the arena to the west, the gym to the north, and the pool to the east. And centrally located to all of this is the multipurpose room, and obviously the lobby is connecting all of these spaces. The lobby is an important element which unifies all of these functions of the building, but also provides great exposure of all the activities that are happening on each of these components, as you'll see in a few images after this slide. Upper level is the track and the concourse that will take the spectators to their seats, to the bleacher seating area. And still on this floor is all the amenities to support the spectators in a tournament or in an event in the arena. So washrooms, concessions, and a ticket booth. So all of that is kind of packaged into level 2. And this is sort of the main view of the main entrance to the facility. So you're coming into the facility, this is the first thing you'll see. You'll see the arena to the left, great views from the ground floor straight into the arena. Stairs up to the spectator seating up above, and down the corridor straight ahead is access to the team rooms for the players to access the team rooms, and to the right is the reception area. this is still within the arena area, so this is the viewing gallery with the arena to the left and the Hall of Fame to the right. So we're quite excited about this because the Hall of Fame really creates this kind of backdrop to the arena and to the viewing gallery, which we're quite excited about. Arena upper lobby. So this is the view once you get up the stairs and you're about to get into the arena and the track. This is what you'll see. This is the lobby portion of it. We're bringing in natural light from up above. You'll see also there's a ticket booth right there for big events. People will come in, get their tickets in, and then they'll access their seats through the upper concourse or the track. And this is the view from the arena, so from the track and the upper concourse, looking down to the ice, track all the way around. You'll notice there's a drink rail that we're looking to install all the way around the perimeter of the track. We see this as being a social space, not just a space for circulation. We see people kind of standing there during an event and just grabbing a drink and coming back to their seats or just standing. And moving on to the pool hall. So it's the pool hall is a 2-tank pool. So we have the lane pool, lap pool up above, and the leisure pool down below. So the pool hall has been configured both for competition, but also for recreation, so for fun. So we're looking at several components, several pool aquatic equipment that will make this space really enjoyable for all ages and everyone, really. And this is how it's looking like. So this is a view of the pool hall from the leisure pool looking up north into the lap pool up above, and then the landscape beyond. Change rooms to the left and spectator seating to the right. And we're also quite excited about introducing a lot of natural light from up above. So you'll see a clerestory on the left-hand side there, bringing in great natural light for this facility. This is the gym. Moving on to the gym, it's a double gym, so we have a dividing curtain right in the middle of the gym. That will allow flexibility. You could be playing pickleball on one side and practice basketball on the other side. It is equipped with retractable bleacher seating. So the darker red areas there that you see there, those will retract back to a wall, so it will create more space once it's retracted. And this is how it's looking like. So similar to the pool, we're bringing in natural light from up above. You'll see the clerestory onto the right-hand side in this case, just above the bleacher seating, and still seeing views to the outside, to the back landscape to the north. And this view is really just a view from the lobby viewing gallery of the gym. So you can see from the lobby, you can see straight into the gym. And finally, the multipurpose room. So as I mentioned earlier, multipurpose room is located centrally in the facility. This is the meeting point. This is where people will come to do all sorts of things, from user groups to events that are external to the user groups. Everybody comes here, so it's a place with high visibility, a high exposure. We're also very excited about the fact that there is a great relationship we're trying to forge here with the landscape, with the exterior. So whenever there's events in the multipurpose room, you can open up and have those events kind of spill out into the outside, which is, I think it's great. And in the multipurpose room is also subdividable into 3 smaller rooms, so you can have a variety of spaces. So you can just close off one of the partitions and have a larger room and a smaller room, or close off 2 partitions and have 3 smaller rooms. Multipurpose room is equipped with a kitchen, a supporting kitchen, and plenty storage as well for all the furniture. And we've located the public washrooms as well, conveniently located in proximity with the multipurpose room. So this is a view of the multipurpose room from the lobby, from the central lobby. So you can see what's happening into the multipurpose room and then beyond, again, bringing in the landscape views into the lobby and bringing natural light as well. And finally, a view from the multipurpose room itself. So in this case, all the partitions are open. You can see straight through. And to the left, again, the landscape that we're quite excited about. And I'll pass it on to Rod.
Before you pass it, you have to show me which button advances.
Up and down.
Oh, okay, that's very simple. Thank you, Mayor and Council, for the opportunity to speak this evening. I'm just going to quickly go through. Last time we were at Council, we sort of looked at sort of two options for sort of the exterior, and we've since sort of developed some themes that we would like to discuss with Council that can extend a sort of series of options to the interior. And we sort of tried to select sort of two themes that we thought were, could rest on things that might be important to the community. And one was just a kind of theme about waterways and built form, and the other was about the sort of Acadian forest and trails. And so those themes, we sort of have a sort of sequence of colors and textures and patterns that we associate with both of them, and we'd like to show you how those would play out in the various spaces that Ricardo just showed you, just to get some feedback. I don't know what that blank slide was doing in there. For both of these themes, we think that there are great opportunities to develop environmental graphics, signage, and wayfinding that could be based on either of them. We haven't started that work yet, but we think that great environmental graphics really make a great building, so we're excited about working on that in the future. So we'll just step through some of these views and look at them in terms of the two themes that we were thinking about. So this one is the sort of waterways and built form theme, and this is really about a kind of, sort of solid, sort of darker base and a lighter top. And so you're seeing the kind of view of the sort of main lobby of the building, looking into the multipurpose room, dressed in this sort of theme, and then dressed in a kind of, what we're calling the Acadian forest theme, which is a little bit sort of lighter, earthier colors, a little bit more of the sort of beiges. So again, I'm going to step through each of these views and not labor them too much, but just show you the sort of the way they can differentiate and how the different themes actually produce quite different characters in the spaces. So this is a view when you come down to the reception desk, and so looking straight ahead, you're looking right into the leisure pool and out into the landscape. To the left, you've got the sort of welcome desk. And so then again, this is the sort of, on theme one, a sort of darker base and lighter top. And if we go to theme two, again, just looking at introducing more of the sort of earth tone materials, into the scheme. And then again, looking at the sort of main event arena, and again, looking at a kind of, in theme one, a sort of darker base and accentuated with perhaps some bold color, which obviously can be discussed. And in the other version, sort of looking at, again, sort of a more of a dappled forest scheme where, individual seats can be more randomly colored. So very different sort of character to these rooms, depending on what theme, you apply to them. And again, looking at the pool, again, with the sort of theme one, the sort of darker, more robust base and lighter top. And this room, the ceiling's actually quite interesting. So that's a nail laminated lumber ceiling, which we think is going to be quite awesome. Wood works really well in these pools. It's very durable and a really lovely material. So that's actually represented in both. So looking at theme one, and again, looking at theme two, where again we're sort of, it's the sort of bottom part that gets a little bit more color, and you're seeing on the left a sort of, bright blue that announces the arrival of the sort of change rooms, and on the other side a sort of lighter one that defines the seating. So You know, different color schemes, quite different sort of outcomes when you deploy them over the interior. We think that the kind of choices are kind of important because I think they could really reflect, you know, a series of things that the community holds important. And I don't know why that slide is blank, and I guess that means that we're at the end of the show. Is that true, Ricardo? Yeah. Either that or I've just made the system go completely off. So with that, maybe we can, do we stop and ask for questions, or do we go to the questions?
Yeah, I mean, if
I'll go back to an image, sorry. We'll leave it on the blackness there.
Yeah, if there are any questions on the design component before Tim comes up, I think, with some additional information. Any questions or comments for the design team on the presentation? Fantastic job. I would say, you know, and some of us were here last night for a preview of this, and it is stunning. It's so wonderful to see the years of work coming to life, and knowing that it's not just here's what it would look something like this, but here's what our facility in Miramichi is going to look like. And so thank you all for the work, and you know, for what it's worth, I think the only comment I shared last night was just around the kitchen, and really wanting to make sure that when that wall is open, that it feels like really homey and inviting, like that front counter has got that island or peninsula vibe, so that people can, you know, people are going to use this as a gathering space for their families and their friends, and to really make that part of the multi-purpose room feel a bit homey. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and as we mentioned yesterday, we'll take that as instruction. The last thing I'll leave you with is that that model, that Revit model that we built, all of these images are actually generated out of this sort of central model, which we think is actually pretty amazing. So this is really, these images are generated out of the drawings that we're making that the constructor's going to use to build the building. So they're actually kind of accurate that way. So anyway, thank you so much. We're very excited about this project.